Hello. I can't hear anything really well. The volume's super low, but it looks high here. I'm at 100% again, even though I reset everything and even ran a simpler version of the show. This shouldn't be happening. I have to go see if I can find myself. I tried to, oh Jesus, I did it again. I did it again, YouTube. We're gonna try this again. Unbelievable. Sure. So, this, oh my, this has been a ridiculous technical nightmare. This is the fourth time now I've tried to go live. I'm still at 100%, so we're still going to have some shaky streams. I'm foregoing recording locally, so YouTube will have to be my backup. Hi Belinda, hi Tommy, hi Sarah. Thanks for hanging in there. Obviously I'm broadcasting correctly this time. Let me find it. We got Dina and Tommy and Sarah and Belinda. No, it's not round 2. It's round freaking 4 or 5. Because I did everything wrong over and over and over again. And we're still cranking out my computer at 100% CPU, and there's no reason. I simplified everything. I restarted everything. I loaded a simpler version of the show. Now, what if this was somebody's first time watching the show? And they come in, and, well, first of all, they're gone already. I lost my chance with them. Irma, commenting on my post in the fan arena, probably not this one. I don't know, because I don't see her here. Remember, if you're watching this anywhere but the Bob Doyle Show page, I won't see your comments until much later. So come on over to the Bob Doyle Show page and join us there. Hope it gets better. The color of my face is so much better. The juicing is, well, okay. Or my camera settings is better. My white balance is better, or my brightness, or my gain, or my saturation. But oddly enough, I was going to talk about juicing a little bit, because I have been getting a lot of questions about it. And the biggest question I'm getting now is, am I feeling... Hold on a second. Before I go down that road, welcome everyone to the Bob Doyle Show. I am your host, Bob Doyle, and we're starting 25 minutes late. 25 minutes late. That's pretty harsh. I was here right on time, but... technical issues ensued, as they are right now, and so I don't really know what's happening on the other side of this broadcast, but I'm going to keep going. But normally what we do here is we like to just have a lot of fun, and normally I'm a lot more smiley than I am right now, but I don't know what I don't know what the message is here. My CPU is 100%. Do you guys know what that... That's why when I look at this stream, it looks like this. Because my computer says, I can't do everything you're asking me to do, and I'm telling it, I'm not even asking you to do that much. What are you even talking about, I'm saying to the computer. So me and the computer are going to have a conversation later, but the thing is, when we're not doing the show, the computer seems to be just fine with everything I say. It pretends like it's going to operate just fine. The CPU usage looks great. Everything runs. I do the test. Everything looks perfect. It's just when I go live, it says, guess what? I got a surprise for you, mister. Well, I'm glad it looks better. Denise, where have you been? All right, so here's the thing. The juicing, everyone's asking if I feel better. And it's been, I don't know, 3 weeks or so. I think it's a little early to tell for sure. People are telling me my skin looks better, but everyone who's telling me that is people who are watching me on video, and that's just not really accurate. This is misleading. But you know what? Here's the thing is, I mean, and the other question I get all the time is, are you doing smoothies or juicing? I am juicing. No smoothies. Juicing, juicing, juicing. Which means, yes, I'm throwing away tons of pulp, and everybody's going, no, you could be doing this and this and this and this. Yes, if I had nothing but time on my hands. But if I started making breads out of pulp and crackers out of pulp and all that stuff, there would be so little time for me just to sit around and wonder what I should be doing with my time. So, you know, you see my dilemma, my conundrum, if you will. So, all right, I'm going to see if I can't help my computer do a little bit less. Oh, if I do this, it's going to cause a problem later. I can't do that. All right, so yesterday, hold on, I have to close some windows. And boy, I hope this works okay. So yesterday, why aren't you working? Here we go. Yesterday, if I say yesterday one more time, oh, I just did. Okay. So, not today, but I took a little walk down to Exploration Peak Park, and we saw, as you were walking around, if you didn't see it, well, you can. It's like almost an hour of me just walking around outside in circles. But one of the things we saw was this sort of like cave. Now this is from a distance. I'm just showing it to you here so you can see. Now you can't hear the feet, I don't think, but I'm saying wouldn't it be awesome if something crawled out. Now this is quite a distance away from where I was standing, as you can now see as I'm zooming out. Okay? All right, so that's it for that. So one of the things I said was it would be cool to go into Google Earth VR, right, and see if we could get a little closer to that cave or discover a little something about it. So guess what I've got right here? We're going to do this first because I know this isn't helping the situation. So I'm going to put on the VR headset now. It's Tech Tuesday, sort of. All right, and we're going to take a closer look at that cave and see what we can find out. Now, forgive my... Look, this is just the technology today. It won't always be this goofy. Now, I won't see your comments when I'm in here, but they'll be waiting for me when we get back, right? Okay, so let's spin around. Now, when I'm doing this here, it's kind of constricted here. Now I got misplaced somewhere. Is this us over here? Okay. No, that's not it. Where did I go? Okay, well, let me just pop in and find myself again. I've been putting this on the floor and so many different things with all the problems. So I'm flying over Enterprise. This is where I live in Vegas, and I'm trying to find my there we go. Okay, here we go. Now here is Exploration Peak Park. All right, so this is where I was walking around. Mostly in here. I was just kind of, I don't know if you can see the little pointer or not, but this whole area here, I was just sort of walking around in circles, and the grass looked a lot greener last night, didn't it, boys and girls? Right? So, again, this is Google Earth VR. Now, the problem that I have with doing it in here, because obviously I looked ahead, the sun position here, no matter where I put it, the hole where the cave would be is in a shadow. So it's hard to tell, but I think it's right here. I think this is where the entrance of the cave actually is, or that little opening. But here's what I wanted to know, because from my vantage point from the ground, it was hard to tell, well, is this just, like, is there something on the other side of this, or what was going on? So let's just take a look from up above here. Let me see if I can get the little music going, because it's just... No, can't hear it. All right. So let's just say, what did I do? Okay, that this is the cave entrance, like right around here. There's nothing on the other side, certainly not right here. This is the other side of the mountain. That would indicate where it would come out, unless it's something like in here or over here. So now I'm just like wildly curious. What is going on with that thing? But let's take a look from up here. I was noticing that from above, these trails almost look like little people, like doing a dance, right? Here's the head, and the arms dancing, and the legs here, and then arms and the head right there. I think it's people dancing. I'm pretty sure aliens did it. I don't think there's any other explanation. So let's take a look. Let's go up on top. I know I'm doing this in a weird way. Let's go on to the top of Exploration Peak. This is if I was to have climbed the mountain, right? This is the view that we have up here. There's a little circle. And I'll show you here where when people take pictures, this is a 360-degree image that I can look around and see the view, right? And then there's the strip. Let's go. Let's just fly over there real quick. It's faster if I shoot up in the air. And I know I do this all the time. You guys are probably tired of seeing me come to the strip, but you know. And so far, I've been here a month and then some, and I still have not been down to the strip. I thought what we do is just get on top of the Ferris wheel here. Because, you know, when else are you going to get this view? We're just going to land right here and take a look around. See? The images will pop in. You can see what's on street level here. Okay, everything just went gray, so we won't do that. Alright, I'm going to try and move my head a little less jerkily. I know that that can be disruptive. Fly it down to the Bellagio. We're going to pop out of here. This isn't the point. I just really wanted to go show you the cave, and that it obviously goes in somewhere deep. So let me just go ahead and take this off. I'm going to have VR head, but taking this off. All right, so now that's done. I don't have to worry about that, although I think you might still hear the music a little bit in the background. So I need to get rid of that. Hold on. Oh, so clumsy, so awkward. Yeah, for some reason I couldn't hear the music, but it looks like you could. Okay, so what the heck? Let me catch up here. Still at 98%. How fun, the cave, cool. Marion says, Kathy, Terry says that's cool, so cool, cool, cool. See a few of the condo buildings on the strip where I'd look for a place to live. These images are really out of date. Like before I moved here, oh, I don't have my headphones on. That's why I couldn't hear anything. Oh, God. What is going on with my brain? All right. So, glasses. Georgia Stewart, nice to have you here. Bing! Proof. Yeah, so these images in Google Earth are really old in this area. There's a whole ton of shopping centers around here that are here now that aren't in here when you fly around. Marion says, I look so healthy. Well, that's great. You should watch the video from last night because it looks, well, you did see it. I think there were a couple of shots that maybe it was just the angle of the sun, but it looked like my eyes were really dark. Anyway, all right. So there's that. I just wanted to share that with you. So one of the things that I asked yesterday during that broadcast was, because Beth was in the room, and our new friend Nicole, who Beth brought into the broadcast, who lives here in the Las Vegas area. And I threw out the question, when does it rain here? You know, I mean, I'm clear that we live in a desert now, and it's not like it rains all the time. I was like, so when might I expect some rain? And, you know, Beth was like, you know, twice for 5 minutes, whatever. Getting all these answers about not getting a lot of rain. But it rained this morning, and rain's in the forecast. Echo, what's the forecast?
Right now in Las Vegas, it's 63 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly cloudy skies. Today's forecast has some sun and thunderstorms, with a high of 69 degrees and a low of 52 degrees.
Now, let me tell you what's magical about that. Why I call myself the Rainmaker now more than ever. I always suspected I had the ability, but today, slam dunk. Come on, there's no way. There's no way I didn't make this happen single-handedly. How, you might ask? A technique that I have used many times in Marina Del Rey. And I mentioned it yesterday on the broadcast. And you're going to say, Bob, okay, you're just being a goof. And I would say, I hear you, my friend. It's the silly, what I'm about to propose is silly. Or is it? Statistically. So I mentioned yesterday that all day yesterday, I was playing sounds of thunderstorms on Alexa. Echo. Play thunderstorm sounds. Just like this, all in the house yesterday. So it's just there. Now, I used to do that in Marina Del Rey too, when it'd be like, we need some rain. And I would just play thunderstorm sounds everywhere in the house for the whole day. And I'm telling you, a statistically improbable amount of times it would rain in a place that just doesn't rain that much. It got to where it was like, okay, now not always, but if I did it with the intention of bringing rain, and it was just last night that I asked this, and the answer was, and then this morning I woke up and I asked Alexa what the weather was going to be, and she said, no, and I look outside and it's raining. So what does this tell us? What does it tell you? Okay, echo. Echo. Stop. Echo, play cricket sounds. So now what does that mean? What am I going to bring on now? A plague of locusts to Las Vegas. Echo. Stop. I call it, I've got it set up for echo so I don't fire off all of your Alexas when I say that. Wasn't that nice? I'd like you to believe that I did it for you, but I did it for me because I have, 6 of these devices around the house. I can't call them all Alexa. All right. Yeah, people still question the law of attraction. Guys, I got into the feeling of rain. I surrounded myself with the sensory experience of it. I imagined it on every level. I talked about it, and it happened. Now, here's what I also know. This is my experience of reality, right? I don't know what you're experiencing. I'm not even sure you exist. So, I mean, how can you be sure? I'm just interpreting data, electrical signals. This machine could be broken. This whole thing is a hallucination. As evidenced by the fact that I made it rain in a desert. All by myself. Terry says it right here. So connected to the universe. I don't know what RAS means. But be very careful. That's right. We should all be careful. And yes, and Sarah also shared a thunderstorm video with me because while I was broadcasting that, there was a thunderstorm happening in her area of the woods, and she sent me a recording of that. So see, I just had thunderstorm on the brain and in the soul, and then I woke up today with that forecast and the smell and sound and sight of rain. So, what do we do with that information? Am I going to have like a line of people now outside my, you've got to come to where we are. There's a drought. Bring your Alexa device. Make it rain. I think I'd have to say no thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to become a freaking weirdo in public, but I can do that on my own. I don't need any help, and I certainly don't need to be traveling around the world making an idiot of myself because you don't have good Wi-Fi, and so my Alexa won't work, and I can't make it rain. But look, before I had Alexa, I used to do it with just regular sound effect, you know, MP3s of thunderstorms. I know you think I'm just whatever. A series of coincidences? Sure, absolutely. It's the desert. No problem. Marina Del, it never rains in Southern California. Yeah. I'm sure it's just a coincidence that every time I say it's time to make it rain, let's put on the thunderstorm, that it rains. I'm sure that's just a coincidence. There's nothing energetic happening about that at all. I mean, it must rain in the desert. Loretta says my phone got wet. It's too strange. Loretta just said it started raining here. Is that a true story? Boy, now see, I'm looking over here and I'm just like frozen. It's driving me nuts. Maybe I can, maybe if I close this, just closing inputs now that I don't need anymore to see if I can reduce the CPU usage even just a little bit. But it's still being what we call in the biz a bitch. There's just no reason. There's just no reason for this to be happening. All right, now Cheryl's here, and it's raining in Bozeman. Now, you know, if we follow Marion's posts, the weather-related posts, there's hardly ever any time that she posts, the weather here is great. It's usually it's raining all the time, or it's snowing, it's cold. Is that right, Marion? Is that pretty accurate? So here's my request for you. Next time it's a nice day outside, please take a picture and celebrate the fact that it's nice, and we can all share. Maybe you should play some recordings of birds singing. I don't know. Do we have that? Let's find out. Echo, play bird sounds. See? Tech Tuesday. You didn't think you were going to get it, but you got VR and sound effects on demand. Right here. The birds. That's nice, right? It's not overpowering. I also like this one. Echo, play wind chimes.
Wind chimes and forest ambience by Sounds of Nature for deep sleep and relaxation.
I didn't ask you to talk. Now I hear the birds. Where are the wind chimes? There's another one that's just wind chimes. There, okay. So now we got it. Start to send daily pics of the weather. That's right. We'll just start a whole page for Marion's weather pics. That's a little loud in my ear. It doesn't have that relaxing sort of vibe. Maybe it's good for you guys, but I don't know. It's a little distracting for me. What should I go back to? Thunderstorms. Echo, play thunderstorm sounds. Again? She had an attitude with me this morning. She goes, seems like you really enjoyed the thunderstorm sounds. Maybe you should basically start paying this guy for putting it up there. Stop just enjoying it like a, you know, like a weather sound sponge. And let's have a little donation for the skill maker. Those weren't her exact words, but I knew what she meant. Which is fair. I think it'd be cool. I need to create a Bob Doyle Alexa skill, right? So it can be, you know, Alexa, play Bob Doyle's, I don't know, what would my Alexa skill be? Complaints about technology, because that's relaxing. I don't know. There's got to be something, right? Now, if you've got an Echo device and it's just sitting around and you're not using it, remember that you can interact with it in this way. And remember, you can make it say whatever you want. Echo. Simon says, hello, Sarah.
Hello, Sarah.
You know what I'm saying? Just have to say Simon says first. Echo. Simon says Bob Doyle can make it rain anytime.
Bob Well can make it rain anytime.
Well, she said Bob Well can make it rain anytime. She didn't get the Doyle part. So she just needs a little more education. You're right. It is Montana. Montana's supposed to be colder. See, I went right back to that conversation. That's what this show is. It's very fragmented conversation. And maybe that's just what happens. It's like, okay, Echo, stop. Stop. You can't whisper to Echo. Or Alexa, whatever. Yeah, very fragmented. And so that's probably why every few weeks or so my brain just stops working correctly, because I've started 18,012 sentences during the course of broadcast that I haven't finished. And my brain needs resolution, and if it doesn't get it, we have yesterday's show. And I don't know what's happening with the technology today to make this one so brutal. I did find out that the park opens at 6 a.m., which unfortunately is 8 minutes after sunrise. I just realized what another leap I made in conversation. And closes at 10. So sunsets, no problem. So one of these, and I thought about doing it this morning, going down and surprising everybody instead of coming in live here, popping in 4 hours early, and doing a 360-degree sunrise broadcast. The birds are chirping again here. Oh, because the rain's over, right? Well, because I played chirping sounds, right? So see, I'm having a direct impact on Loretta's weather just by the sounds I'm playing. What else could we do? Wind sounds? I don't know if it does that. Echo, play wind sounds. It does it. Guys, do we live in a great era or what? We got birds and wind. Perfect. Kathy plays ocean sounds on hers. I did that too while I was in Marina Del Rey. It seemed kind of repetitive. But I wasn't right by the ocean, so, you know. And you can tell it to wake up to whatever, you know. You can say, well, you can. I'm not going to do it right now. Just trust me on this. Would I steer you wrong? Man, oh man, I just look frozen over here. I seem to be more in motion over here on my iPad. I don't know what's happening. It's just a big mystery. I know, Tommy. Get a RAM cleaner, right? I got it. I'll find a RAM cleaner and see what happens. But I just freaking rebooted the computer because, as I said, 3 minutes before 10 when I was supposed to come in, or 5 minutes, I come in here with my coffee all ready to sit down. Okay, got it. Got plenty of time. I'm good. Relax my way into this. My one monitor was white and the other one was just locked up and glitched, and I had to start all over again, and it just started a cavalcade of non-stop technical issues, about which I'm still talking. Did you notice that I did not end a sentence with a preposition on that one? Train sounds. Oh, that's a good one. Echo, play train sounds. Today. It's doing it. I don't know if you can hear it. It's just kind of on a track. It's not going woo. But it's there. Train sounds. Great one. See, I always grew up with trains until I got to Marina Del Rey. Everywhere I lived, I could hear trains. It was a part of it. Until then. But I totally forgot about trains. But now I can bring trains back into my life. And with 6 echoes, see, I can say trains over here, crickets over here, thunderstorms over here, wind over here, birds over here. Every single one could be doing a different sound. Because life is just a simulation, and I'm just part of it. I'm still liver. That's right. I'm still liver, all right. But not chopped. I'm still live because Raven, I didn't even get started until 27 minutes ago. So, and the only other thing I was going to say was something that I wish I hadn't started this sentence. But I had another moment this morning where I got angry. I know, Bob, you need a vacation, right? That's what you're thinking. Seriously. because my fingernails on my left hand were too long again to play the ukulele comfortably. I find myself, when I sit down and I go, if I'm playing and I make a mistake because this fingernail was just a little too long, and the whole concept of I need to go cut my fingernail, for whatever reason, it just makes me angry. Like, that thing that's going to take me 20 seconds, I got to go all the, there's got to be a better way. I don't know. Yeah, I probably need like to unplug for like a week, breathe and stretch and breathe, right? Well, I don't know what the hell this was today, and I thought I couldn't be more confused about what something was than yesterday, and yet today happened. So see, it keeps it fresh for me, right? Can't have show after show go the way I planned. I gotta test the limits of my own agitation. I almost didn't pass the test today, I don't think. About the fourth time I tried to go live and realized I hadn't done it, I was like, I think I'm gonna not do this today. And then, well, here we are. So again, if this was your first time and you're still here, which you aren't, congratulations. You will certainly be able to tolerate every other show I do. Oh, I shouldn't say that at all. And if you're a new viewer who left immediately, then I've got nothing to say to you because you're not here.